We live? We here?
Hey,
Hey.
what's
What's
up?
up? What's
Hey.
up?
Alrighty. Welcome everybody to the 5 Days of Melee combo contest. Not your traditional training mode contest that you might be familiar with if you've seen 64 combos, training mode combos that we've done. This is going to be your Twitter clips, your nasty, swaggy Twitter clips. You know, your 50 retweets and above, your 500 likes. Only the best. And we did it this way because that's where Twitter's where combos go now. You know, there's
Yes.
it's the medium we have chosen.
I'm pretty much like a regular on Moki's timeline.
Mhm.
I'll just pop in there. Like it's like I get my morning coffee and I see what Moki has been up to, and then I'm like, all right, that's great, good stuff.
and there's always like 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because Moki in particular would be like, yeah, I was just messing around here, and it's like some wild shit, like falling up there from under FD and it kills him. You're like, yeah.
Hell yeah. No, definitely. We have definitely some strong talent in the combo game as far as judging, and the people that have narrowed down. I think there were 230-ish submissions.
Oh my
No,
God.
we had a lot of submissions,
Okay.
and that big list was narrowed down by trusted Melee veterans. I don't want to say any names because if you don't get picked, you know the mob is real. But yeah,
But it wasn't us. It wasn't us.
But you know, a lot of things submitted, which is great. You know, we love to get everyone involved. Yeah, so we narrowed it down, I believe, to 12. So 12 heady hitters.
So we're only looking at 12 combos?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the 230. Yeah.
Okay, got it. For reference, I don't know how much I know as much as you guys in the chat. Also, someone said in the chat, everyone here make up crazy weird combos except slime, LOL, and that's true. And let me just say really quick, I represent you guys. Okay.
Exactly.
I don't create art like Moki and PGH Carroll and YCZ. Okay, but I enjoy it. I consume it, and that's what I'm here to do. And I'm gonna pog, and then you guys can explain. Oh well, actually was holding in. Or whatever.
Yeah, technically that wasn't frame perfect. China, she will come out frame. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I'll quickly introduce everyone. My name is PGH Carroll. I make art as well as the Mamba under me, or to my side, Moki.
Sup? I do stuff. I hit combos, man. I don't know. I just kind of hit buttons and shit happens.
Right. To his right, Slime. He's here to represent the people to get hyped for the Falcon combos. And
but real quick, I've thought about Sheik, and I'm like, if I see a Sheik combo, someone submit, it gets through, and I'm like, you know what? I'll pop off so much for it. If it's impressive, I will.
Right.
And we'll see. I'm not biased.
Sheik has a cool tool set, you know what I mean? A bunch of like cool moves, you know what I mean? And that's we're gonna get into scoring here in a second. YCZ also a combo legend if you don't know his stuff. I don't know where you've been.
Yeah.
But so basically all of us judges have our own criteria for scoring. Some more lenient than others, some harsher than others. I mean, we are, I've always told everybody I'm probably the hardest critic when it comes to Melee combos. I've seen a lot. It takes a lot to impress me specifically. Everyone has their own criteria, but generally we're all looking for the same things. We're looking for unexpected extensions. We're looking for impressive reads. Obviously combos done on what we consider, for what we could see, a competent opponent. Unconventional but successful move choice. Technical difficulty plays a factor. Just and finishing strong. Things we're not looking for, things that kind of are negative to us. Combo drops that need to be picked up again. And we're not talking about like reading double jumps or like knocking them off stage and then transitioning into an edge guard. We're talking about, I don't know about you guys, but something about like Ganon combos always kind of like they do like 2 or 3 moves and then they waveland 9 times, and then they fair you. And to me, and I know Ganon can kill every character in like 3 moves, so it's kind of tough. But like things like that, no breaks, obvious breaks in the combo where it's like 2 decent kind of things happening. And then we don't want to see any bread and butter. I mean, everyone who knows Melee knows if they've seen it and it's a staple in their character's gameplay. We don't like to see that. And then, again, we don't want to see a guy miss 9 techs and you punish all of them.
No weed lords in here.
Yeah, correct. All right. So before we get into the Melee combos, it has come to our attention that in Unity against the Big N, our PM brothers or cousins, whatever they are, we have a lot of PM submissions for this combo video. Even though it wasn't really a PM combo contest, we got a lot of submissions. And I'll be truthful, when we were talking about it, a lot of us don't really know the finer parts of PM. So we had some experts, Switch and Junebug, picked out of all of those PM submissions and picked a PM combo. So we're going to show that real quick in Unity with the PM community.
We were talking about it earlier and how like we aren't sure because none of us are like PM grinders, and it's like we don't know what, for instance, Ivysaur bread and butter is. So we might see something and be like, oh, cool, right? Like Falco Pillaring is always cool the first time you see it, but to combat that, like Carol said, these have been curated by some very heavy hitter PM players. So what we should be seeing is something very custom, regardless of your experience with the game. Correct?
Right. It actually will work. Like we will probably think, "Wow, that is really cool," but maybe a PM player would be like, "Oh, well, I mean, 2/3 of that was like what you're supposed to do." I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see what we got as far as that. Let's get into it. The PM combo. I love start combos, by the way.
Game start combos are always good.
Yeah.
It means you meant it.
That waveland was amazing.
Oh my.
Okay.
Okay. What the hell is this?
Well,
crap. This is insane.
Nice.
Okay. I'm familiar with the back air spike.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a Melee character to have a back air spike. I don't think there are any. Yeah.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head. Well, thoughts first off.
Nice.
I've seen all of this before. No.
Yeah, so I actually, before I got into Melee, I played a lot of casual PM, and I actually played Lucas, but all I did was like dash attack and like forward air. So like I'm seeing this, I'm like, god damn, like I don't know what's happening.
I know.
Nice.
I know Lucas has a wave shine and he has a double jump cancel, and we see a lot of that here. I've always thought it'd be cool if you had a character that could jump cancel something and had a DJC in Melee. Unfortunately, there isn't one of those, but
so so thoughts on the combo, and maybe we can kind of rate this combo even as Melee player, so it won't mean anything,
10.
but to kind of practice what we're about to do.
Let me tell you this: I didn't freak out. None of us went whoa, and I think that means something. I don't know what it means. I think it's worth talking about.
Right.
Nice.
All right. One thing, I like start combos, but all right, for a clip to be the clip, you see he down air or he back air spikes him at the end and then just kind of hangs on the edge. Go for broke. Trade with that up B. You know what I mean? That's where I'm saying I could see a little more. I could see where you can go a little farther, and that's what I mean. As far as getting a 10, that's got to be a perfect combo, right? That's got to be perfect. I can't see any. It's something new. It's perfect.
Nice.
I can't see anything I would add to it. And when you think about, I don't think there have been many 10 combos in the history of this game. Maybe a handful, but I mean, 10 is, to me, 10 is hard. But
10 should be rare, and it should be sought after, and something that's barely ever happens. I agree.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, can we? I don't think I caught the name of this Lucas player. We'll call him MJ. But awesome waveland at the start, getting in position, and then. Oh yeah, and the other thing is, it shouldn't matter. But big characters getting combos.
I was just about to say.
Yeah. It's not their fault because I'm sure DK is amazing in this game.
Yeah.
But he's a huge body, and I guess when you're playing such a big character, the only thing that gives you it's spacing leniency, right? I mean, you can't miss this ape.
True. Yeah.
Right. So, all right. What do you want to give this? I'm gonna go 7. 7 from me.
I honestly, I was thinking similarly. I was thinking like 7. Are we allowed to give half points?
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that's fair.
Or no.
yeah, I think we could do that. We have someone keeping track of all of the scores that we're gonna be doing. So,
All right. Yeah,
But this
I was
is
thinking
not
like
part of
7 and a
that, right?
half because it looks hard. it looks he moves fast. I don't know.
I mean, oh
Like,
yeah, I bet this
I
is
play
technical.
yeah,
as
like I play
hell.
Fox and like my hands are feel like they're crumbling. Like I'm watching this.
I give it a 5. I give it a
Give it a
5.
5.
I give it a 5 because
Damn.
you know what? I don't know. I give it a 5.
Okay, that
Damn.
and
Yeah.
You know why? Because it's happening on the ape. That's why.
You know?
Yeah, to
That's
me,
why.
it kind of looks like a combination of like a melee Falcon combo and a melee Falco combo, and they both seem like sort of like what the bread and butters would be. So I'll go with like a 6 for this one.
Again, don't come down our throats. We are definitely
Yeah,
not
we don't know what we're
PM. But take solace in the fact that Junebug and Twitch picked this out of the many PM combos that were submitted. So you already won. We just we're trying to translate this the best we can.
I played 3.02. Okay, I have a little. It was my first Smash game competitive. I didn't even touch Melee, so give me a little credit. I've seen Lucas before. I used to watch
You
Pink
voted the
Fresh
lowest
every
out of
goddamn
everybody.
Xanadu. I've done enough. It's been a while, but
Right.
I've seen Lucas. How it felt. Show me some more PM or not.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. No, that's a good way to start this. We definitely we're supporting our cousins, the PM players. But
And they
let's,
came up
let's-
and they showed us a crayon drawing, and we just put it on the fridge just now. And
absolutely.
I said, "Hey, you could do better, kiddo."
As a father, yeah, I think I feel that. But I'm excited to get into these melee combos. I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna recognize. I can definitely recognize people by their playstyle and the things they're gonna do. I'm sure YCZ is the same. He's gonna see something and know who it is. I have a good feeling. Now these also we cut out the tags that play underneath if it's that kind of clip. So we don't know any of these combos or who any of these people are. We're just as unbiased as we can be. We're gonna see a clip and we're gonna digest it. We're gonna go around the judges and we're gonna give it a score. Simple as that. So let's do it. Here we go. Oh, the ape. I hope the ape's the one
I
doing
hope,
it.
I hope he's the
Honestly,
protagonist.
DK,
Oh, he is.
DK is hard to do a cool combo
it's
with.
FD.
He's up air.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh my.
Okay, this is Ringler.
Okay. Yeah.
I wish he just downed after that.
Okay,
If he
alright.
downered after that, that would have been really high. Like after the side B, he could have downed.
Oh, I thought it was a double combo for a second. Two stocks. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about here is DK on FD. Probably the only place. Well, not the only place. I mean, Donkey Kong players are crazy. Reverse punch is great. Double nair is great. And then I know Moki was saying you'd rather dare, but I like the side B. What I'm about to say though is there was no meter cancel. Maybe he was ready to follow that up, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And that's his friend's fault.
Yeah, that's the PGH Carol, right? That's the reading the meteor cancel with like a falcon punch coming down.
Always ready.
And I think the big star of this is the reverse neutral B.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And without that, this is much less exciting. I'm also trying to frame this and looking at these combos if like I'm on the setup with Ringler or like Chandy or whoever, and this happens, and then if I'm going to be in my chair being like, "Oh," and I think I would, but it's again, this is what really gets there.
Yeah.
So.
And also
think-
there was a drop kind of in the middle, but he made up with a tech chase, so he kind of like covered too. So however you want
to. I'm basically ignoring the first part of this clip, I guess, because it looks like the combo starts there, but actually it's much later.
The combo starts after that neutral.
It starts after this part even.
Right here.
I will say I like the double jump read and the up B read there, I guess, but I think if you look at the actual combo, no two hits are actually like a true combo, right? And you know,
Okay.
I like the reads, but you know, as sort of the training mode representative, I think on this cast,
Yeah.
I gotta say, you know, I like it
See,
when a
and that's
combo
great
is,
because we
you
all
know,
kind of have our own
yeah,
criteria, things that we like, and it keeps it unique. So,
yeah.
yeah, we'll go in this order. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with a 6. Um,
Um, no.
6.5. That's official. I'm gonna go 6.5. I don't. We're gonna go there.
Is it me now? Yeah.
Mhm.
I like. I don't know. I think that after looking at it more, I don't know if he could have down aired, but I think I would have went for it because it would have been dope if it hit. I think I don't know the drop combo. I think it could have flowed better at the start. I think I'm also 6.5. I think around there.
You guys are generous. I give it a 6, but it's the reverse neutral B is the big winner,
Mhm.
and without that, I think it's like the wheels completely fall off the Subaru. So
Yeah, I'll give it a 5.5. I know mainly because I know there's gonna be some sauce coming. I wanna leave room at the top. I know often in combo contests, people give their 8s early, and then they don't have any room to give theirs
Right.
to.
Yeah. And
So,
people kind of base things.
yeah,
Well, that DK combo
so,
was better than this one, so this one's gonna be. I
yeah.
don't know. It's just
I
kind of
I
whatever you're.
I probably would have given about a 5.5 no matter what the first combo was. I'm just trying to leave room, so
Right. I mean,
I
I've seen that combo before.
oh, yeah?
I mean, and again, take solace in the fact that this was picked out of 250-ish combos. So definitely, definitely achievement in itself. But yeah, no. So we'll move on to the next one here. Oh, here we go.
it's our boy.
Ooh,
The F tilt spot, the reverse snare. Down
Okay.
air.
What's the finisher?
It could have finished better.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
what I
like
was
really
thinking.
sick, but the finish. I don't know. I don't.
So now, are we considering this Raptor boost that happens here a break in the combo? He kind of put him off stage, really. So it was a read to set up an edge guard. It wasn't really a drop. I want to kind of make that
Uh,
clear.
I think that it was
Let's
cool because you don't expect it, but it didn't feel good when it hit. If
This is
that makes
probably
sense. Like
this is
it's
probably Squid
cool
the
because
Cat.
it's like
yeah, I feel
I don't
that.
know.
Yeah, with the Raptor boost, it's kind of like I think we have Squid the Cat on our mind, but who knows? I do like. So yeah, I think a problem for me is that when you get a Raptor boost and like a spike, and it's good that he lands on stage because it sets him up for the edge guard. But the edge guard, like Moki said, was like at the end it doesn't pay off well because for one he gets hit by it, and the Fox is down there. You can do a lot. You know, you could
Right.
get kind of
Yeah.
weird with it, and he really is just more like, oh my god, I hit something so crazy, I need to finish it, so I actually get the clip because if you don't, it's rendered kind of useless.
Mm,
Yeah.
And it's that lack of confidence that makes this less of a combo, and that's you
Yeah.
kind of got to go for it all. I feel like.
right. Yeah, and then okay, so at the end of this combo, regardless of the combo, right here, this edge guard, I feel in that position there's so much more you can do. You can down air, force the tech, read the tech. You can let them come straight up, and then the world is yours still. Because I mean, how many angles does Fox have right there? Right there, one. They can only go
Yeah.
up. I really think they can
Yeah.
go
I
all the
know.
way up at the angle and then fast fall and grab the edge. They probably can, but
Yeah. I know if this
yeah.
is an Aquaro video, after the Fox up B straight up, you're doing, you know, reverse
I mean,
sweep A, some shit like that.
Yeah.
it was a step above. I don't want to say standard, but you know, everything leading
Yeah.
up. The F tilt has kind of been in play for a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It starts getting unique at the end, but then doesn't finish uniquely. So, YCZ, why don't you start with?
Yeah. I think in terms of innovation for me, this one doesn't quite hit the mark. I'm gonna be pretty harsh. I'm gonna give this one a 5.
It's funny. It's funny because I see Falcon and I'm just like, well, it's so good. It's just so good. But I think
Give it whatever
that's
you want, man. Follow your heart.
I think that's really fair. I give it a 6 for incorporating the reverse ledge cancel nair into an aerial raptor boost. I think you got because Falcon players know what it's like to hit that side B button, and when it hits, it's just like the dopamine just floods your brain, and that's okay. I give it a 6 as well. But you know, like combos can tell a story, and imagine if the Fox like up B's all the way like up or like to the right even because he's like doesn't want to get killed and he wants to like deny the clip, and then the player like reads that, you know, and it's stuff like that. Like it could have just been so
Right.
much more, and it feels bad. So I give it a 6.
I think I don't know. I think that it was pretty like I feel like I've seen everything before until the Raptor boost, and then the Raptor boost wasn't like it was a kind of anticlimactic. Like it was like I haven't seen it, but it was just it kind of stopped the flow of the combo, which I think is very important because it was like a big like 2-second break of just nothing happening, and then he's like, oh damn, I need a knee now. So I don't know. I think like I give it a 5. I didn't do it too much for me, but it was still a good combo. But
Right, yeah. Like I said, I think what really killed it for me, and not killed it, but like when you have Fox in that position and you put the Fox to your honor, you put the Fox there in the position with a read Raptor boost, which is kind of different. But I mean, if you have a little more patience with that and don't just force the knee to get the clip, I think the world would have opened up. You would have had a Fox just above you with, you could have got a little more out of that. You could have even like Falcon Punch, maybe. I don't know. But I definitely see room for improvement. The start didn't wow me. The end didn't wow me. Only kind of a couple parts in the middle. So I'm gonna go 5 as well.
All right.
All right. So we'll go to the next one here.
Marth and Falcon. Or, I'm sorry, Marth and Samus. We're gonna see a combo. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
glad that
That's cool.
it didn't end right there.
Okay.
So, yeah, initial thoughts here. I think we see some edge cancel dares. 2 edge cancel dares is the meat of this, and then he goes and finishes it.
I really like the stylish ledge cancel up air because you don't need to do that, right? There's no. Let's watch it really quick. There's no advantage. He
Right,
doesn't
yeah.
turn around. Like
Yeah.
nothing happens. It's just more like it's like Marth's literally doing like a hey check me out move, and I think that is very cool and hard to incorporate with other characters that Marth can do. Also finishes the combo, and it's also comboing a Samus as Marth. And I think that's really really impressive.
Right. So yeah, Samus is very floaty, so not a lot of combos are going to happen up. So that's why they all got sent down. YCZ, as a Samus main, what do you think? If this happened to you, how much of a grin would you have for them?
Definitely feel some pain. That second to last down air there is interesting because I believe when you land like that and you get popped up, I I don't want to misspeak here, but I believe you actually cannot get out of that by teching. Somebody might correct me on this, but I know there are some cases in training mode, basically was what I'm going off of, where you can land, but the training mode counter still goes. So if that is the case,
Ooh.
that's pretty cool.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the ending, I think, is pretty good. I mean, I get hit by like uppy out of grapple quite a bit against Marth, so
Yeah.
I've definitely
I
seen that
mean,
before, but
I'm
I
just
think it was
glad it
one of the-
happened.
yeah, it's one of the cooler ways that the combo could have ended, I think.
Does the Marth have any shot of down airing this grapple, like aiming it perfectly
Could if he
correctly,
wanted to.
timing it? Okay.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely could have down aired again. He's gonna lose the stock for it. I don't think there's any way he lives.
I think he could have lived if he fell down further and then did another double jump.
I feel like he has to
Double
trade.
jump
He
there,
has to
right
trade
there.
that down air, and
Yeah.
if he wants any chance of
I
living.
also I think I don't know the combos like how many downers is this? So I think if we
ledge
down it
cancel
again,
down
then
airs.
it's like are we? It's just 5 downers if we down it again, right?
Your move was stale, dude.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes when you use one move a bunch of times in a combo, it's whack. Like if it's like Marth forward air or something.
Yeah.
But when it's a move like Marth down air, which is like not really a move you see in combos multiple
Right.
times, I think it's actually kind of cool. So
I also like
Yeah.
when Marth down air combos into other down airs with the weak hit that pops up. That's also something I like.
The
Just
Picasso combo?
No.
right, yeah, on an unrelated. But all right, let's we'll get into the score. We'll go into Moki after. I think I'm gonna go 5 again. The down airs, the ledge cancel down airs were the bread and butter of it. That's definitely what we're looking for. Like I said, I'm glad that he went down and finished it, and it wasn't just an edge hog situation. But I feel like there was more to do there. I know Slime will probably give an extra point for that up air. cancel, but I'm not blown away. Marth is a character that has been getting pushed, and I'm sure it's not the last time we're going to see Marth here. So as far as Marth that I've seen, I'm going to go 5.
Yeah, I think the most cool part about it was like the end, like that one downer that YCC was talking about, where it was kind of like weird. He just landed on the platform, he got downer again, and then the like the down air out of that, and then the up B and the up air. Because I don't know, it didn't feel like there was like too much, because it was just kind of like a bunch of down airs and then that. I think yeah, I'm gonna go like 5 as well. I think because like I don't know, I feel like I've seen that for the most part, other than like the last bit was like kind of cool, but.
You both are psychopaths. I thought that it was pretty cool. No, yeah, I'm super interested. You both talked me from a 7 to a 6 because I just like my lizard brain was like, yeah, that's a 7. I think everything looked cool. I like the upper flare, like you said. Like downers it's just hard to combo Samus, and everyone feels that feeling. And to even get the opportunity to be able to do that and have the awareness, I think is really impressive. But you are right, and I think if Zane never exists, and there's not a ledge canceller that comes out and shows us what it's like to see it every tournament, maybe yeah. But yeah, I give it a 6 now, because you guys have shown me that the world isn't as beautiful as I thought it was. So thank you.
Okay, for me, I think I'm not as easily influenced. I'm gonna give it a 7. You know, I appreciate combos on unconventional characters. You know, we see combos on Fox Falco all the time. And I like the up air style. So yeah, I'll go with the 7 for that one.
That's good.
Even
Yeah,
though it's
I like
against
it.
Samus, are you trying to like appease to? Are you trying to play both sides here?
He's trying to make his main look good. It's like, wow, I know that combo was hard to hit because I play
Yeah,
Samus.
I will
and
say,
there's
I wonder if the Samus had been mashing up B that entire time, would that combo have happened? I don't know, probably not. But you know, I still liked it.
neither here nor there.
All right.
We have spoken, and we'll go on to the next clip. I mean, again, all these clips are great, but you know, we're dealing with some pros.
Oh, the skin.
Well,
Did you
House
say
on
ooh
Honor,
the skin? Okay, 2 of those. We like that. Ooh.
Oh, we were talking about this earlier.
Okay, so my golden rule, and I'm already gonna tell you it's -1, regardless of what I give it for the taunt at the end. Because
Really?
Yes. Okay, so if you don't know, here where you can see my controller, it's missing a button
Wow.
because my philosophy is act like you do this every day. You know what I mean? This wasn't, you know.
Sure.
He knew he hit a clip for sure.
Wow. That's
But part of me-
that's like showing us an AA token. That's crazy.
Right. But regardless, I mean it's a clean
Yeah.
start. 2 of the first hit up air up tilts. And then the edge guard was unconventional. That's definitely
Yeah.
some Moki-esque things. He definitely grinned when he saw that. So
Dude, that Shy Downer is just so cool. I don't know. No one does it.
Definitely. Yeah, okay, so it starts out with a platform cancel too, which is
I
interesting.
will say, I think that up smash is really sick. I didn't expect that at all. Like the weak, like it wasn't a weak nair, but he was at such a low percent
Yeah.
that like I don't know. I've never thought of doing that. I think it's a cool follow up.
Yeah, I always like when you can tell that people know that their follow up is gonna work. Because why would you go for up smash there if you like weren't expecting?
Yeah.
them
No,
to be-
definitely very in tune with what he was doing here.
I will
Yeah.
say, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't expect me to say this, but I'm not the biggest fan of like the single hit up air up tilt a lot of the time. I feel like it's like free pass to be like, this is a really sick combo.
Yeah, it just gives
Right.
me more hits.
Yeah.
It was man, who was the first person who was really doing that on like a big stage? I forget, but it definitely
Lucky maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
this is a lucky thing. to
Lucky,
me.
maybe it was
Yeah.
Ryan Ford, maybe it was even Javi. I forget, but okay, yeah, definitely. All right. So we'll get right into who started last time. YCC
Right,
started.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give this one a 7 as well. It definitely feels like a combo that you could see Lucky do on stream in 2018. Probably one of his best combos of 2018, but still a combo that you could see back then. So I'll stick with a 7 for this one.
You know, it's interesting. I give it a 5. Here's why. I've been hit by cooler stuff on the setup myself, by people I won't name. And 2, like Lucky, I think it was Lucky versus I forget. For one of the rollback rumbles, he hit some amazing combos like weeks ago, and it changed my life. And all it did was make me think of that combo, right? So if that's what the combo does, then it's not for me. I give it a 5.
I'm gonna look like such a dick because it's a Fox combo. Um, but I don't know. I wish that the other than like the single hit up air up tilt, I think it could have been something else like the second time because he did it twice in a row, and I think that the back air at the end could have been something a bit cooler. You could have maybe like down aired again and done something. But I still think it was like really good. I'm gonna say like a 7. I liked it.
Okay, so a couple things I'm going to point out. We talked about the single hit up air. It's always followed by the up tilt, right? Even though they're in this weird state and there's shine, there's grab, there's a lot of things that Foxes could be doing in that place. He got 2 of them into each other, so that's okay. But yeah, not huge on that, like Moki said. The taunt rubbed me the wrong way. I'm also not a big fan of skins. I know that has nothing to do with the combo,
Yeah, no,
but
take that out. Take that out.
Melee's beautiful, and it should just be played in its beautiful state. But yeah, definitely. I mean, super solid Fox play. Nothing we haven't seen before. The shine down air definitely cute, and he finished it. But I'm gonna go 5.5.
Okay.
So all right, we'll keep speeding along, baby. Oh god.
Who's it gonna be?
Ooh, okay.
I like this. I like this. I like this.
No,
I
no.
like this. Oh my!
Hey.
And
And he gets it
There
again.
it is,
Okay,
there it is.
That
thank
was
you.
insane.
Yes.
That was insane.
So he did the F smash while Popo was doing get up attack. So it was kind of like a desync right off the start.
Oh my
It
god!
shield stabbed, it looked like.
Dash short hop back air.
Okay.
Pretty nice.
Some people would say
wow.
that it's more impressive when they're in control of Nana, but I think sometimes it's more impressive when they're not in control of Nana in some states because they're playing off like the randomness of Nana. Do you know what I mean by that? They're not in control, so they're picking it up as they go.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like tech
yeah,
shift.
I mean,
That was
this is nice and
good.
clean.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was great.
Okay, well, no, I think we got it. I think it was nice, clean. I'll go 6.5.
I think
You sounded so praiseful.
I think that was the best combo so far because I don't know because usually when people do desync stuff they do like the same stuff and
Mhm.
like they'll just do like okay cool it's like basically like wobbling at the edge but they like just desync but that was I don't know I always when I play ices I do a lot of down throw like up air with Nana and like I like they did down throw back air it was really weird I don't know I'm gonna give that one like an 8. Like I don't know. I think that the forward air out of the first back air, or not the first back air, when he forward aired him the first time, like it just looked so fast and clean. It was really good.
Okay.
To me, the end felt like a formality, and I know it's just because it's Falcon and you got to hit him downward somehow. But I also have never, I haven't plugged in the game and played a lot of Ices. Like it's the character I don't touch. I don't know how hard this is. I don't know how complicated this is. As far as like handoffs and desyncs, I'm just gonna follow what Moki says because he's better and smarter than me and give it an 8.
Okay.
Good job, Ice Climbers player.
Yeah, it's gonna be an 8 for me as well. I think this is probably one of the best desync clips I've seen in terms of just straight up like mastery of the character. The forward smash into reverse back air at the beginning. You can is another case where you can tell
Right. That was
player
the
knew
biggest
what was
part for
gonna
me.
happen. And then the down throw dash short hop back air with Nana is actually kind of optimal, right? Because you want to get the Falcon to the other side of the character. I agree that the ending could have been a little bit cooler, but it's kind of on the Falcon, so it's an 8 for me.
Okay. Fair enough.
Us 3 with our 8s.
Well, yeah, like I said, the coolest part of it was the start for me. It was that F smash while Popo was getting up attack, and then it was the back air was okay. So and then in the middle it was a grab, and Icy's grab is always a premeditated. I'm gonna do this based on the situation. You know what I mean? So he knew that back air was gonna come, and then after that was just 2 fairs. I don't know. We've been no stranger to crazy icy stings now that like wobbling is kind of phasing out in some places. So I don't know. I've seen some icy stuff that is cool. I don't know.
Fair enough.
It's
Yeah.
all right. You've seen all the indie films, all right? We're just seeing the Avengers, and we're like, damn, Thanos is so purple and big. You know, I say
Yep,
we.
yep.
I'm talking about myself, but yeah.
Okay,
All right.
but yeah, let's we'll move on to the next one.
The next.
Oh, it's the
I
best.
think I may have seen this clip before. Yep,
Okay.
This is Tyra, isn't it? Mm?
it's this one. You think it's gonna be Misfire, but
Oh,
Okay, that's good.
Oh God.
Yup. All right. Dude,
So-
him thinking about it is so interesting. Well, there's a taunt. Sorry, Carol.
Yeah, I think
Ooh, I missed it.
because Luigi makes people so mad, the taunt's kind of funny. I kind of like the taunt.
So yeah, there were
Mhm.
3 very unique things I think I counted. Yeah, that voodoo dash conversion is crazy. The platform cancel nair in the middle of it was good. The taunt, he did it. He did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
The clause is in effect.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh yeah,
was
and then
insane
that
too. That was so
that up
fast.
air,
yeah.
I don't think Luigi gets a hitbox out of it, or it's very hard to get a hitbox out of that up air.
I think he,
so
I think he can actually. I know Mario can.
Mario can for sure.
I assume Luigi's is the same.
Okay. So
Either
yeah,
way,
that
I
was
think
really
I'll
good.
start this one out. Yeah, there were 3, very interesting parts of that. The ending was definitely, we didn't know where that was going. At least I haven't seen that clip before, I don't think. But I'm gonna go higher on this one than I have. I think this is my 8. Yeah, there were definitely very interesting parts of it. I mean, I can sit here and pick and choose. Well, he could have squeezed this in there, could have did this move and that move, but I mean, the end was really unpredictable for me. There was a very unique character, representation of their hitboxes and moves. So yeah, I'll give that an 8.
Yeah, I was thinking 8 as well, but when I think I gave the last combo an 8, and I think that one was like harder. And that like I don't like Luigi, but I have to give credit where credit's due, and that was like I don't know, I didn't expect any of that, and it just I feel like that was very like I don't know, just I haven't seen a lot of that before, especially in succession. I have to give it like an 8.5. I think that was great.
That's good.
Let me tell you this: none of us are happy right now that we are talking up a Luigi. That no one wins here. Okay,
No one has
But-
seen more Luigi than me. Trust.
Oh God.
Trust.
as he enters the 5th dimension. What's up? Yeah. So I think that everyone brought up the good points. I think the most glaring thing about me with this combo is that the Luigi kind of sits there while the Falcon recovers and like downloads the situation. Is like, okay, what's the craziest thing I can do? And that just kind of sitting there, I think, much like an aerial raptor boost, kind of breaks the momentum of a combo, and it feels weird. It's not worth taking off like insane points or anything. I think I also call this an 8. I think it's great. But that's just something that I think is worth talking about in general and thinking about is the flow of the game and how you can always dash dance. You can always do something. You can always, I don't know, just like kind of like the add a flair to the times where you don't have to move. And I think that is important visually.
Okay.
Okay. I'm surprised you guys are so harsh, actually. So, so I will say, before the contest, there were 2 clips that I had seen, and I had a feeling would be in the contest.
Cheaters.
And I decided beforehand what I was gonna give these clips. And so
Double cheating.
this is one of them.
They're paying them
Oh,
off.
Oh
And
my.
This one is I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay.
So I
So
think
this is definitely the front
it's-
runner.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is the best Luigi clip I've seen, period. Like
Yeah.
everything about it is ridiculous. In terms of being a true combo, like there's a couple different parts to the combo, so it's not exactly one combo, but in terms of innovation, in terms of stuff I haven't seen before, I think this is definitely
Yeah.
one of the best clips
I-
I've seen last couple years.
I do have to say also the fact it didn't end in misfire, because I feel like most Luigi clips, it's like they're like, okay, this is my time, and they just bank it on that. And I'm so happy it
Yeah,
ended in a cool
that's-
way that wasn't misfire.
That's the gamble too, because you do this combo, and you're like, am I gonna do the chance? I mean, does God want me to get this clip? You know.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, no, definitely super solid. So we'll keep the train rolling. We'll go to the next clip.
Yeah. All our scores, by the way, is -1 because they taunted.
Mhm, yeah. No.
Okay.
Okay.
This guy's DIing in.
Oh, that killed?
I don't need to talk about this much. This is juggling a fox with up air, a lot of up
Yeah.
airs and tipper fairs, and then although okay, so the only part of this that we're gonna talk about is the
ending.
the
Yeah.
sword dance. It hits it first, and then it misses, and then it hits again. And I'm just gonna look at the state of this fox real quick. Might have been true, might have been not, but
Looked pretty true.
again, that's not crazy to me. It almost, I'm not gonna give it extra points or think it's unique because some of it hit and some of it didn't.
Yeah.
Is my thoughts. So I haven't gone under a 5 yet. I think I might here.
Yeah.
Don't hate. I mean, don't hate me. I mean, Marth is one of the hardest characters to play. Very cool, and there's a lot of people really pushing Marth right now. So I'm gonna go 4.
I also play a lot of Marth, and I don't know. I feel like the fox was holding in a lot. And then like the ending, like it hit, but I feel like it was just like I don't know. He even upbeat like during it, so it's like it was just kind of like I don't know. I don't want to give like a bad score.
You gotta do it.
I mean,
I gotta do.
you know,
Uh,
it's
You gotta be
it's
true to
tough.
yourself.
yeah, I'm gonna give it like a 3. I think.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't.
you're Moki, dude. You can make that call.
I
Yeah.
I think that it's hard because it's like this whole thing seemed like it was just propping up a sword dance kill, and everything before that would not be noticeable or notable. And real beautiful combos are things that just make you keep pogging left and right. This didn't do that, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it a 4 as well.
Yeah.
I want to give it a 3 because that just Monkey makes more sense too. But I'll give it a 4. I'll stick to my guns because chat roasted me.
Yeah, I think the ending definitely bumps it up for me. I like it when there's like moves in the middle of a combo that don't hit. I kind of enjoy that from the style perspective. So I'll give it a 4.5.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Either way, like I said, but we all have different criteria. Things push our buttons, things excite us, things don't. So everyone, you're getting a variety here for sure. And we'll go to the next one.
Ness.
Which one of these?
Oh, okay.
Is it the Ness? Okay.
What?
Oh, I've seen that.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
I think it lagged on me for a second where I needed it to not lag on me.
Let's check the tape.
Right.
So he does such an insanely convoluted debate to bait the forward tilt, and it works.
Okay. So what I'll say here is that movement to get that PK fire out is, that's your swaggy Ness thing that Ness does. I almost feel like that's a break right there because that Marth had enough time to not only get up from miss tech or normal tech, but he even jab, you'll see. And Ness kind of plays with his movement. And it's kind of like the Ganon thing where you get your hit and then you kind of mess around for a little bit, go back. It almost seemed like he wanted to wait out those Shy Guys because Ness and Shy Guys do not get along. And so he got 2 hits and 2 back airs that got stopped by the PK fire. So that's the real thing we're looking at right here. Ness is a crazy character. Infinite potential with things like yo-yo glitch, stuff like that. I don't know why my camera goes crazy here and there, but
That's cool.
yeah. I'm not crazy hype on this. I'm gonna go 5.
I think there was like a break. But I don't know. I think I'm not even gonna count that part of the combo. I'm just gonna count the down air. And even though it was short, I think it was something that was just insane because I don't know. I didn't even know that could happen. I don't know how Ness works. I haven't seen that. I don't even know if it's like it looks hard to me. I don't know how hard it actually is, but it blew my mind because I saw
Pretty
this a couple months ago, I think, and it was like, damn. I don't know. I retweeted it. I don't retweet many combos, so I feel like I have to give it higher. I'll say I'll give it like a 7 because I think that was insane. I don't know. I like the ending a lot.
Yeah, I do wonder what the Nest Discord is saying right now. It's like, bro, they're freaking out about the PK fire. We've been doing this for 2 years or something.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think everything before that, and it feels like the last one where it was sort of just to prop up this edge guard. And while cool, I mean, I just don't think I care that much about Ness. It wasn't a Marth. I'm gonna give it just an even 5. Because if this happened to me, I'd be mad because I'm playing against an Ness. Is that fair to say?
I mean, it's your word, so
I shouldn't be doing that, right? So that's what I'm gonna give it.
Yeah, for me, I think if we were judging just clips, I think this could be like an 8, 8.5. But as a combo, um, I don't think there were really. The only thing was like bear into PK fire into bear, which is very cool. But as a combo, it's kind of just a bunch of random hits strung together. So I'm gonna give this one a 6. I think very nice, very
Right on.
difficulty,
We're
also
hitting-
very hard. Edge cancel PK
Mhm.
fire,
Yeah.
but that's a 6 for me.
Yeah. You would expect a Ness main to have that timing, though. You know what I mean? I play a little Ness. I can get that timing. I've seen it before.
All
but,
right, all right.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we're getting good at this. We're moving along. We're getting efficient. Get the next one.
What? Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. I'm glad that we finally got something that's like 4 hits, short and sweet. I play a lot of Peach. This turnip play is good. I mean, I can't think off the top of my head easy ways to combo a Puff as Peach. That's
Yeah.
very hard. You're talking one of the greatest combos you think of all time is like the Armada Stitch Face combo on
Yes.
Mega, right?
Yep.
There hasn't really been much to that. I know there's Peaches pushing this matchup. It's very hard for Peach, but there's making rain. This
If you saw this in a top 8 on stream, you would freak out. Like
Oh, right.
everyone
Yeah,
would
for
lose their
sure.
mind. And I
But-
think that's important.
If you saw
but
any
the
of
thing is, yeah, if you saw any of these, you would lose your mind.
I don't know. Like the Marth Samus one, I think that's
Yeah.
just
Oh
like,
yeah, definitely. But I think
like,
it got
hit.
judged accordingly.
Yeah.
But this one feels like it just feels so unique, and it's so much more difficult to do considering the characters, and it's just making
Yeah.
me feel something in my bones.
Well, because you have to kind of read the puff too, right? Like he read where the puff's gonna be after the turnip throws, and he
Mhm.
knew, or they knew how to like catch it and stuff too. Like I don't know. I feel like they put a lot of thought into that combo.
Yeah,
Even though it was,
clearly.
like, a short one, it was, like,
yeah,
insane.
clearly in tune with the matchup for sure, and throwing the items. YCZ, any thoughts?
So one thing that I happen to know about this specific combo is you have to throw the turnip with C stick in order to
Correct.
re-grab it in the air because if you
I-
press Z, that locks you out.
I just learned this too. There were certain
Wait, what
turnip
was it?
things. So there's a 40 frame lockout. If you throw a turnip with A, you're not going to be able to catch it for
Okay,
40 frames.
okay.
You have to throw it
Okay,
with
okay,
C
yeah.
stick because, and then trying to catch it with Z, which is actually a macro of R and A or L and A. So you get
Okay.
locked out in that way. And that's actually something I've learned from a Riot Beat combo. Is this a Riot Beat combo actually? It might
I
be.
feel like
don't know.
that's my guess. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that,
Yeah,
but it's
so
my guess. That seems
this
like some
one-
Nico shit.
But yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that this combo is hard to zero to death like a puff like that. As far as it's nothing I haven't seen before. The finisher is obvious because it has to be. It's not the swaggiest, but man, was it efficient, right? So I don't know. In this contest, I'll go 6.5.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think I don't know. It's just sick. I think I already explained my stuff. I'm gonna
Mhm.
give it a 7.
Okay, I'm gonna give it an 8. I think the most valuable thing to me is something I haven't seen before, and I watch Melee just as much as everyone else. Maybe I don't watch the deep collegiate Peaches, but I think it was very, very unique and cool. And yeah, I give it an 8.
Yeah, this one, it kind of feels like the first draft of an idea for a combo. I don't know, Carol, I know you come up with an idea for something and you try to figure out how to like add a little bit of swag to it.
Oh,
This
I-
kind of feels like the first thing that you would
For
come up with.
months. Mhm.
Doing it, on a competent opponent obviously is good. So I'll give it a 7.5. I think it was pretty creative and
Right.
definitely a character mastery.
And 7.5 is solid. That's
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep moving right along. Don't want to get cut off. We need to see all these combos. I already know who this is.
Yeah.
Absolutely, this guy.
Is
Oh
this
my
what's his name? I'm sorry, it's failing me.
Should we,
The
should we
guy
not say? I kind of want to not
Nobody-
say who this is, but
If we know, we should just say, right? If we know
yeah.
it.
Is it Asics? I don't
is
know how to
Acidic.
pronounce it,
Acidic.
but
I think it's acidics.
Acidics.
Acidics, correct.
He
yeah.
is so sick.
He's been
Yeah.
pushing very specific techs, and you see both of them in this with the overbees in the middle of the combo, the single hit nair. Now, my only criticism of him is they're all, you know what I mean, kind of in the same realm, right? I mean, it's a crazy realm to be in, but they're all kind of, you know, you see enough of it. I mean, he spoils us. That's what it is. And
Yeah.
Sure.
he
that's a good
spoils us
point.
with a lot of these kind of clips. I mean, but it's nice and clean. You know, it's what we come to expect. I mean,
I
take
really
credit
love
in the
the
fact that we
second
know who
side
it is. Mhm.
The second side B is so cool to me. It makes it look like Marth isn't the character that he always is, and that it just catches my eye. I think everything else, the down smash tipper is like that's great. I think it's a good finish
Yeah.
and it's
The
solid.
wave.
But it is the wave, right? And so
Mhm.
it's hard because he spoiled us so much already. It's a really good point. I don't know.
YC,
I'm in
any
the
thoughts?
middle.
And then you could just start with your score.
Yeah. For this one, I kind of want to give credit to Acidics because he like in an era where Marths are doing all kinds of crazy shit. I think I've been the most consistently, amazed and surprised by his combo videos and stuff. So I'm not going to take away from the fact that I've seen him do stuff like this before because he pretty much invented it. So this is the other combo that I mentioned that I had a feeling was going to be in the contest, and this one I'm also going to give a 9.
9.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5, which is I believe my highest score yet. And that's all I can say about that. I feel like it's the right thing to say.
Yeah,
Leave me alone, chat. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I don't know. That was insane. It was just a bunch of stuff that you don't really see often. Like I don't know. I think we all kind of agree. It was just like we've seen it often because we've seen Acidics clips, and that's the only reason we see that stuff often. So I don't know. I think that's like, especially for a Marth combo, where I feel like a lot of Marth moves you can like pick and choose. Like you can just kind of like throw out a move, and a lot of the times it combos into stuff. And I think that combo wasn't like I look at it, I'm like, damn, I can't believe he picked that.
Right.
So I think I don't know. That was a great combo. I'm gonna give it like a 9 as well. I think it's really good.
I'm gonna go. My heart says 8, but like we've said, we're very familiar with acidic combos, and I almost feel like I've seen better clips from him. It's interesting that he picked this one for this. Yeah, the side Bs were, that's his thing. The single hit nair and the down smash. It's all things we expect. You know what I mean? Nothing was new because these aren't new because he's been doing these for a while, right? So I wasn't floored. I've seen more interesting things, I think, but it's a solid combo. I'm gonna go 7.5.
Okay, that's fair.
Mhm.
Tough but fair. Stern father.
All right.
High score he's given.
A minus is great, kiddo, but you do better.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
College is expensive. Yeah.
I'll go Puff.
Should be enough.
How did that jab reset? I like reverse game. Did we know this was going to end in rest before we even saw it? Kind
I had
of.
a
Okay,
feeling.
what
Yeah.
jab reset here?
It was like a cool. It was reverse, which was.
Or no,
cool.
it wasn't even a jab reset. It was just
It was just a
missed
regular
tech.
get up.
It was a mistech.
No,
I thought.
No, it was a heat jab reset. It was reverse.
I think he hit the bounce.
Let's see if there's damage.
Look after the up tilt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does 2%.
What did he hit? Was it jab? Did I just miss
I will
it?
say this guy missed like 2 or 3 techs. This Falco.
Yeah, this might be an example of just not the best opponent. But
This is the people's Falco. You got hit by Puff. Uh-oh. I forgot how to press L. I forgot how to use the game.
Yeah.
Okay, YCZ, go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, I think most of the sections of this, you've seen before. And the kind of like weird looking jab reset, it was cool, but it was just kind of like it happened to work because the hitbox was there. And I think he could probably fit in like a weak nair rest at the end, just a rest there after the up air. I feel like is pretty standard. So I'll give this one a 5.
Yeah, I also give it a 5 because minus that reverse jab reset, which could also be construed as a mistake. Maybe it's not, but we don't know. But Ludwig can do all of this, and he has on me. So it's a 5. I don't know.
Ouch.
Yeah, it feels like I don't know. Yeah, I feel that combo. It feels like when I get like bored playing with my friends, and I pick Puff. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna up throw rest, so I just do a bunch of stuff that I think is like just different. But it's just I feel like I've seen all of that stuff kind of before, and it wasn't like to be fair, I guess Puff is really hard to get a sick combo with, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 4. I wasn't too blown away.
Right. I think I'm on the same page as Moki. No 2 hits in that combo were kind of like, oh, that hit into that. I mean, we all kind of just knew that a hit was coming. Like nothing, I think, was that crazy. We kind of figured it was going to end in rest. Yeah, nothing new. Couple mistechs. Yeah, I'm going to go 4 as well. Last one.
Oh, you hate to see it. I know it's gonna happen already. I don't, but I feel like I do.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
I need to see this one
Interesting.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see at least 2 more times. Grab 2 up tilts that hit straight up. That up air bomb, I think, is the unique part of this. He finished it, although the finish, if you know Swaggy Samus, you know that that's not the craziest. I even saw like someone local do that exact edge guard again, but yeah,
I think the flow is kind of weird in this one. Like I feel like in between moves, it just like there's tiny little breaks the entire time. Like there's like between the up tilts, it just feels like it's like it could like I guess it's like a very nitpicky thing, but I feel like it would have been a lot like more exciting to watch if it was like the tiniest bit like faster execution on stuff. And even at the start, like they both kind of like waited for a second and then like then they got
well,
into
I
it
guess
after like a little wait.
the thing of it was those up tilts were technically tech chases because they were on that platform, and that's what FOD does. It gives you that platform sometimes at a weird height where I mean they can only tech so far, and I feel like Samus can hit every of those options, so you just gotta wait for the roll invincibility to come down. Although that being said, it doesn't impress me too much. The coolest part for me was that falling up air through the platform bomb, and then the edge guard was kind of you don't say standard, but
Yeah.
I mean YCZ could probably say you've seen that a million times, done it trillions of times. So we'll start with YCZ.
Weigh in YCZ.
Yeah, this one I'm afraid I'm gonna have to be a little bit extra harsh on my Samus fellows here because up tilt there covers the entire platform, so it's kind of just a standard option. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say the up air bomb was intentional, so I'm gonna give them a little extra credit there. But the nair back air, I mean, you've seen West Balls do this like 100 times in tournament, right? So the reverse nair is just kind of standard at this point. So I'm gonna give this one a 5.
Wow. Okay. I do feel like this is more the story of the platform because it creates a trap situation for the Falcon, and then there's the wherewithal to drop through the platform at a very tiny height and get a really little tiny baby up air, which I thought was great. But I do agree that like this is like a sandwich where the meat is the best part and the bread is like kind of crusty and stale, and but the meat was really good. And I give it a 6.
Okay.
I thought it was really creative with the up air.
Yeah, I think it was better than like a lot like the average. Like it had like cool stuff in it. Like he didn't get like down smash and DI Ron and die at like 16 as Falcon does sometimes. But I think that like I don't know, I don't even know what it was. I just felt like there was like I said, the flow. I feel like it felt like there were like some weird kind of breaks at times, like in just like the timing of it, which it did seem nitpicky, but like as like watching it, it was just like, okay, wait, why is it like breaking? I don't know. I'm gonna give it like a 5.5, I think.
Right. Yeah. So I think what you're saying when you mean the flow was kind of broken, it's almost like the person who was getting comboed set this up for him with the right text, missed text in on that platform, the Samus didn't have to go get that combo. That combo kind of came to him. Samus, for the most part, and that was standing still, right, in that same position. So that flow, kind of didn't look too well. I'm gonna go 5. It had a part in there that was cool for me, but the double up tilt was, cute, but nothing doing. And then the edge guard, that's kind of like, all right, I need to make this a clip. What can I do on this Falcon recovery? Which again, Falcon recovery is picked on, very easily.
Yeah.
But I mean, Samus has a million crazy tools. I can't help but think about, like, everything else that could have just been. But so yeah, I'm gonna give that a 5.
A lot of people don't know this, but combos don't count on Falcon. They just don't exist. So
there it is. We were waiting for that.
If you didn't know, I'm just letting people know.
All right. Yep. Okay. So I guess I haven't really been keeping track. I think I have a
In the
feeling
live
of
channel.
All right.
third place. Is that what you said? You said third or sorry.
Yeah,
Third, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that was a great combo. It was nice and clean. Kind of quick too. You had Nana doing some crazy stuff. Finished it on the Falcon recovery. Its only flaw, I would guess.
Yeah.
And then. Okay, yeah. Second place, the Luigi combo, definitely. Yeah, like we said, there were unique parts about it. The ending, we couldn't have predicted at all. He taunted at the end, and that taunt may have, been. I don't know. I have to look at the scores, but
Yeah, the scores are on the live channel, by the way.
Yep. Okay. And then in first place, that would be who we got. Oh, Asics. Yeah, definitely. He's with he only won by 1 solid point, but yeah, he's the he's been the Twitter guy. He's been the guy to, follow. Definitely give that guy a follow. He posts things like this all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I've seen combos from him that I thought were more unique, maybe had a better degree of difficulty. But I mean, if you were going to wrap him up and if you liked that combo, that's what you're going to see from him. And it's just solid every time.
He's the Chef Rock of Marth.
All right. So yeah, let's give this another look. Yeah, this is what you're going to see from him a lot. A lot of, new age stuff.
So
He's got that forest swag to him, the same kind of like crazy stuff. Yeah. Yep. All right. So
just one more time for the fans, just a day on the story of Yosh.
For sure. All right. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Congratulations to our top 3. Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, this was picked out of a very. We were super happy about the amount of people who submitted their Twitter clips. Keep doing it. Keep pushing it. We have all the time in the world to win and get good. But, when you see that opportunity for something real juicy, just go for it. We have rollback. You can find another opponent in 4 seconds. Go for it. You don't have to, wait and hope that you find these people. You could do it now. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll end with. Thanks everybody for watching, and thanks for all our judges for being there. It could have been harsh at times. It could have felt harsh, but
it's only because we want beauty and brilliance and perfection.
Right.
And that's what it's all about.
It's all about pushing, for sure. Pushing the meta. And again, we got Melee Stats after us. Yeah. Yep. A little bit of content, Melee Stats podcast. Stick around for that. And then again, you guys have been doing so great with the donation incentives. You know what I mean? Keep pushing it for a great cause. We still got things like Ask Melee Stats a question. You know what I mean? You got some minds in there. You're gonna get your money's worth in an answer, not just like I don't know. Yeah. Yep. Just keep donating, keep pushing it, because Melee is a beautiful thing, and we love to get together and show it all the time. You know what I mean? With our combos, with our content, with everything we do. So just keep pushing forward. This game is art, really.
Well said.
All right. See you guys.
All right.
Thanks for
Yep.
watching.
Peace.